Now that we have a moment for your undivided attention to welcome to the stage the founder of City Repair and the Village Building Convergence, Mark Lakeman.
Welcome to the 8th night of the Village Building Convergence, the greatest urban permaculture and placemaking festival on earth. How many of you have seen the ways that Portlanders are changing their neighborhoods by painting the streets and building places? This is the image of the Village Building Convergence of 2015, in which we have transformed the entire city, and that's definitely where we're headed. I'm showing you here two intersections, one in an ancient place where people get to come together, where their pathways converge. But in our lands, it's just a street intersection where you wait for the light to change, and I think that sucks. I hope you do too, because where we're going is to transform our whole city in order to inspire everyone else in their city to change the world. I want to remind you of something that you know deep inside, but maybe you don't remember in your mind. That there was a time when the streets were for people. For thousands of years before cars existed, people were out in the streets until 1920, when someone said the streets are just for cars. And I think that sucks. I think it's crazy that we're so alienated from each other that we look at a bench like this and we're afraid, oh no, someone might sit there. That's crazy stuff. Have we lost this? Have we lost the idea that a little girl grows up to be a young woman and then becomes a grandmother and looks into the eyes of her granddaughter and knows that the songs and the stories have been heard and therefore we are a regenerative society? I don't think we've lost that. We ache for that. It's who we are. Sit in a urinal, by God, because there's nowhere else to sit. You want to get out there and do something to change the world, make sure there's a place for a nursing mother or a grandmother to sit. I am so tired of people playing Monopoly with the world. This is our home, the planet Earth. Let's come home to it. You're out there looking around for the village, not finding it everywhere, and you pull into a restaurant thinking there'll be a grandmother to make your lunch. Ain't happening. Why do you have to save your money and fly across the ocean to visit a village? The village is inside of you, inside of everyone. Time for a little transformation. Time to get off the couch. It's your reality. There are Portlanders who are crazy enough to have made a giant butterfly out of a truck. They drove it all around the city. It looked like this. There were about 7 of them. They went all over the city, bringing people together because we had a desperate need to create gathering places in America. Next, please. It looked like this. It was beautiful and made out of trash in a broken down old truck. Next, please. People got together and sang happy birthday if anyone was there who had a birthday to be sung about. They talked about their community and what they would do differently in coming together next. And then we held hands around the freaking city 3 times, linking all the places those butterflies had gone to make it one city where everyone could come together. Next, please. Everybody knows how to do this. We are hardwired placemakers. Ask a little girl how to slow traffic and she'll give you more solutions than you can even handle. Like how about a pony ride out in the street? How about locating an ice cream parlor right in the middle of an intersection? I swear to God that'll slow traffic. Next. It's time to stop playing chess with our reality and dividing people up by their superficial differences. I know for sure that the pawns are the working class, and they have names and talents and skills and families. families. It's time to come together and talk. Break ranks. Come together and facilitate a conversation to decide what you want the world to be like next. Yeah, you might end up shoving the tall, oppressive ones off the board next. But more likely it's going to look like this. It's been looking like this in Portland, Oregon for the last few decades, where people are looking each other in the face and saying, hello, how are you? Have a good day. This is our town. Next. Then we kind of looked around and we thought, oh, the kings are naked. They have no clothes. Next. And then we realized none of us had any clothes. So we clustered together real close next. And then we built a rocket mass heater in order to keep warm and huddled together for a little snuggling action next. And then we finally built some furniture and started to plant some gardens next. 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 And then we had a freaking harvest festival, and that's what world peace would look like. Stand your ground in your own community and transform the place where you are. Decide that you have a birthright and you're going to sink your taproot down and make a commitment to the planet Earth in the place where you live. Nothing else will stop gentrification but standing our ground. Next. Like this. Have you seen these street weddings on the east side of Portland where people definitely shut down traffic and make a little sacred space? Next. Like this. Next. Like this. Yeah, Portland, Oregon, epicenter. Next. Like a little drawing like this by a child. Next. Becomes a reality in the streets in Portland, Oregon. Next. And then a few more start to happen in the same hood because everybody's getting the clue that public space is for people. And by God, if you're going to have freedom of assembly, you need a place to assemble. Next. 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 We need hundreds of these things if we're going to change our town and inspire all the other cities of the world to change their own place. Next. 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 This is legal in Portland, Oregon. So some kids come along and they say, hey, maybe dinosaurs would be mad if they found out that cars are burning fossil fuels, because those are the bodies of dinosaurs. So wouldn't a dinosaur come out of a manhole cover and start to eat cars? And wouldn't Superman want to help? Hell yes. Next. So this is the truth, that the world that we live in outside of ourselves has to start honoring and expressing and reflecting back to us the best that is inside of us. And that's the truth